Good morning, Coach Frits. Thank you for your time. It's an honor for me to have the opportunity to interview you today. How's the weather like in Utah?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm the one that's honored, but it's too warm here. We need more snow for the farmers and the skiers like me.
I see, you like skiing.
Oh, I love it.
Coach Frits is an incredible wise man and a very generous soul. His knowledge and wisdom are very valuable for those who want to make money, succeed, and live a life that fulfills them. He has worked for companies all over the world, from large companies like Chrysler to small businesses and startups. His motto of learn, do, succeed, then teach has helped startups go from 0 to 1 million in 7 months, and clients to also make $1 million in just a few months. He's also the author of Major League Selling and Just Give Me 5 Minutes. He makes his self-coaching tools available freely and loves helping people to connect and collaborate. Tell us about one of your greatest success, which is how you made your first $1 million in just 30 days.
I recognized at an early age that wealth is not the product of great intelligence or being born into the right family. Anyone can be wealthy. But the steps I followed were to immerse myself in the endeavor. I made it my sole focus for the first 2 weeks in a self-imposed boot camp. Separated myself from friends, family, and the only thing I did was eat, sleep, drink, and think success. I hired a great coach. I prepared and memorized word for word a 15-minute presentation because I was taught if you don't know what you're going to say until you say it, you're probably going to say the wrong thing, at least in a sales presentation. I chunked my activity, broke down my activity into daily targets. I made it a must-do to be out on the streets, ready to knock on the doors at 7:30 in the morning, which is a great time to catch business owners and no one at a desk to keep you from getting to them. Most importantly, I learned the new strategies of goal setting so that I didn't limit myself. I didn't tell myself it was going to take 30 days, 5 days, a year, and it took 30 days. In fact, if I was even better at it, I probably could have done it faster than 30 days.
What is your best advice for those who want to make that kind of money that quickly?
It's never too late to start. You're never too young to start. Why not start right now? So, like anything else, there is great power in focus. And that's something that a private coach can be very helpful with, getting you focused and keeping you focused on your stated goals.
In your opinion, what are the key ingredients to success?
So, not all of my students were successful. Most of them were, but some of them exceptionally successful. And here's the key. They all got the same thing from me. Not necessarily the same lesson, because there's no one size fits all, but they received the same focus, attention, and I delivered what they needed in the moment. The ones that were the most successful, they seemed to be more teachable than the others. And they listened well. And frankly, they also trusted me because as a coach, it's my job to push people out of their comfort zone. And if you ask someone to jump off a 20-story building when they need to, if they don't trust you, they're not going to succeed. They're not going to jump.
If a kid walked up to you and asked you to tell him your best tips about life, what would those be?
Well, first of all, I like to talk, so I'd want more than an hour. But in a nutshell, I think the most important thing first is get clear on what you value most. You know, there's the old adage of defining failure as climbing to the top of the ladder only to discover it leaning against the wrong wall. Make sure it's leaning against the wrong wall before you start climbing. Next, express gratitude for everything that you have, even if you feel it isn't much, because in that moment, your wealth increases immediately. Next, mentally experience your success every day. You've got to know what success looks like, feels like, sounds like, even tastes like, or you might just walk right past it. Also, behave as if you're already there at that moment of success. A bodybuilder does not develop muscles and definition by behaving like a couch potato, because that's what they'll be. They'll always be a couch potato. Next, you need to find a great coach or mentor, someone who's done what you're hoping to do. It's not enough to understand principles of coaching. You can always tell a freshman in college from a senior in college, can't you? Because the freshmen are the ones who use the very big words and they talk theory all the time. And it's not until you've actually been out of college and been in business, as you know, you were a brilliant MBA student, but you really became familiar with the right option to choose by experiencing it in the business world. If I give you a value analysis question, there are a number of tools and approaches you could take. But because of your experience, you can cut to the chase and get right to the tool that's going to fit the moment, correct?
Correct.
So that's what a great coach and mentor can do for you. They didn't read books. They learned from experience what works of all of the options available. And in fact, all of the best coaching models do consider the different options available to achieve a goal. Next, I would say get up each day, get dressed, and show up. Leave the house, go somewhere, even if you don't have somewhere to go to. I tell my friends, let's say that, and I tell my clients, once a client, always a friend, so that's who I'm referring to, but I tell them, let's say you want a Mercedes, and you don't even make $10 an hour. The only way you're going to get a Mercedes is if someone gives one to you, right? Well, if you don't know what to do, getting up and just getting out on the street could put you in a place where you could meet someone who could make it possible for you to have that Mercedes. But if you stay afraid and hidden, or worse yet, in bed, you're never going to meet that person. The likelihood of achieving that goal is very slim.
Very true.
And lastly, I encourage everyone to learn the new strategies for effective goal setting and achievement.
You have accomplished more than most humans will want to accomplish in a lifetime. So what's next for you?
So you're too kind. And you know that regardless of what one accomplishes, we desire to accomplish more. I'm most driven by experiencing the successes of others along with them. I love knowing that I've had a hand in their success and their joy. So now I'm in the process of starting up a composites manufacturing plant. It's easily scalable. It provides on-the-job training opportunities. You don't even have to have a high school diploma to learn what it takes to eventually earn $35 to $65 an hour in the community I live in. People consider $15 an hour an excellent wage. So I'm trying to find a way to make more than that possible, because you and I both know that even in low-cost environments, you still need to make more than $15 an hour to live a good life.
Yeah.
I'm especially concerned about the disenfranchised, especially immigrants to the country, being an immigrant myself. So I'm excited about that. And I've just established a new goal, even though I've been all over the world. I haven't been to the Canary Islands yet, so there's a new target.
Thank you so much for all the advice that you have offered to our viewers. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I'm available to talk to anyone about effective coaching that can produce great joy and success. In fact, I invite any of your viewers to call me directly at my cell phone, 801-755-6823. I'm happy to share tools, experiences, thoughts. I see my clients clearly in that I see their challenges, their fears, and their weaknesses. And so I have a better understanding of how to help them get past that. So feel free, give me a call.